Hey there, YouTube. Terrence Sheehan from Sheehan Entertainment in Michigan. You know, we have a problem here in our studio in Michigan, and it's with our Arcade1Ups in our artist lounge. So let's go check out that Arcade1Up machine because it's pretty important to everybody's well-being around here. So you come to your Arcade1Up Tempest Atari Legacy Edition and you try to play it, but when you get ready to play it, none of the controls work. The complete game, only thing that works on the control surface is the trackball or the on-off switch, which I'm going to leave on. But other than that, none of the controls work. So you want to know how to fix it. I was looking through YouTube and it was hard to find the exact answer. So let's take a look at it and get it fixed. Hey, for the record, we love Arcade1Up, and we have 3 in our client lounge here. And let's just say for the record, they're awesome. So the one we have here at the bar is the Pac-Man Galaga. Awesome. Love it. Used it for years. And let's go over here on the other side of the pool table. And we have Mortal Kombat, which never had a problem with it ever since we bought it. But then we have this Tempest, which we love. It's a great Atari classic games, including Tempest, Asteroids, Centipede, Missile Command. Awesome. But this is the one where the controls stopped working. So don't stress over it. It's an easy fix, but you got to know what to do. To do this repair, you're not going to need a whole lot of tools, but the one thing that you're going to need to start with is a Phillips screwdriver. This one is a longer extension, slightly smaller than standard, with a very good tip on it. So you want to make sure the tip's very good so you don't wreck the threads when you take them out. So on the control deck, there are 4 screws in each corner, just below the corner of the control surface. So you want to remove those 4 screws, and then this whole panel will come right out. So I've already done that, but you're going to want to take out these 4 screws and then maybe pause the video and come back. This plastic overlay right here, there's a plastic overlay that covers the control panel, so you just want to lift that up. It'll come right off there, and I just take it and put it in a safe place, in this case our pool table. Now when you remove this control deck, there's going to be a ribbon cable behind here. It's the only thing that connects the control board to the controls on the inside of the machine, and it's the only thing that needs to be removed. To get that on the camera is going to be really difficult, so what I'm going to do is just tell you to put your hand underneath this board and lift it gently, but keeping your hand underneath, and then flip this board up. And behind here, there's a ribbon cable connected to this board which goes down through this machine. Once I disconnect it, I'll show you that. Now I have removed the control panel, and this is the ribbon cable which connects the control deck to the inside electronics of the machine. So you're just going to want to easily remove that from the back of the control panel, and I will show you where that is on the back of the control panel so you know exactly what it is. You want to be very careful pulling this out so you don't unseat any of the seatings, so you just kind of easily wiggle it back and forth and pull it out with your finger. There was no glue on this, so it's fairly easy to take out. Okay, so this is the back of the control board, and I've already done the wire replacements and my repair. In this case, I had already done it before I started filming the video, but this is the repaired board, and all I did was move these cables over from this board below. So if I move this aside, I'll show you. Here's the board that needs to be replaced and is the culprit of all the problems. The ribbon cable connected to this connector right here, this grayish black connector right here. It just pulls right out. Now one thing I'm going to say about moving these cables is I did it one at a time, moving from left to right, and they had glue on them. They were actually glued on the PC board. So my suggestion is to use a small electronic screwdriver to clean that glue out in the grooves. I actually think it might be part of the problem that caused the issue in the first place. So what I did was take one wire from this board and moved it over to here in order, right down the board. So I took, this one off and then put this one in, took this one off and put those ones in, right down the line to make it easy. And so I didn't also lose track. It wouldn't be the first time that I would lose track, but When you're doing this repair, you want to make sure you get the wires in the exact same order as you took them off, obviously. So I did that, and then I put this panel back on my machine and tested it to make sure it was working, and mine is working. But before I actually pulled this other board off and replaced it, I wanted to show you where the original one was, which is this one right here, and where the connector that you're going to remove the ribbon cable is and plugs in. And obviously that will plug back in to the machine once you've done this repair. I'd call it a pretty easy repair, but you have to be very careful with these wires because they're glued. It's definitely something you can do, but it requires a little bit of patience. About $40 to fix this, just to give you an idea of what it's going to cost to repair. So now that you have that done, let's get this out of the way. So now we can get rid of that old PC board. So let's get that this screwdriver that I'm using, which I said is just smaller than the electronic size. The regular size tip is working great to get these screws out. It's not damaging the threads. You could use a smaller one if you wanted, which has a little bit better for electronics to get these out of here. So take out those 2 screws from the PC board and set them aside. Don't lose them. It's now a piece of trash. Connect this back up. I actually like the way this felt better, so I'm going back to using this. Let's put that right there. Screw that back in. Nice snug, don't break the board, just gently tighten it. And now we're going to put the other side in. Just kind of wiggle the board and you'll find the thread there. Again, finger tighten. Once you start to feel a little resistance, that's good. So there's your finished repair there. And all the wires are back and the new module's in. And you can just keep the other one for, memory's sake of the pain you went through. So you've identified the problem now and you know it's the control deck board. Really, you can stop digging around in your machine because I've done all that and it was time consuming, and this is what you need to replace. So the actual thing you want to do is start a ticket number with Arcade1Up. If you know your machine's out of warranty, just let them know that, and it will save like a day time, which I went back and forth with because they were figuring out my warranty. So take care of that. Let them know it's out of warranty. They will ship you the part. It cost me $20 for the part and $18 for shipping. So at least you know what you're probably going to be looking at if it's out of warranty. If it's warranty, I suspect they'll send it to you free. But here is the actual part when you get with Arcade1Up that you need. And I know I couldn't find that anywhere on YouTube, and it's pretty important to people to know what the part is. So I'm going to take a picture of it right now. And there you go. I don't have my glasses on, but I don't even want to try to butcher all the numbers. So this is the actual part number for the PCB board, which goes underneath. If you want to know what's going to be required to do this job, you're just going to need 2 screwdrivers. I personally had one with a just smaller than the normal size Phillips with a very clean tip, and then I used a electronic screwdriver, standard Phillips heads for some of the PCB screws. But between that, that's really all that you need to do the repair. And then of course the replacement part, which I will put the links in the description for the replacement part through Arcade1Up. And leave questions in the comments, anything that you may need. Okay, so it's time to hook it back up in reverse order after we've done the repair and see if we got it working. So again, you're going to locate your ribbon cable, and that's going to go back into the connector on the back of the control deck. Okay, so I've got my right hand is on the control deck surface, and I have both corners on the rails which are holding the control deck. You want to be careful because there is a slot here and it could fall down if you're not careful, if you came too much forward. So you're going to want to hold it here. I have the control cable in my right hand and I'm holding the control deck, and I'm just going to plug that cable back in Again, not too much pressure on the board. I put my finger and just kind of nice and easy press it down left to right and in the center and make sure it's snug. And it is connected back up now. And I'm going to lay the control board right back down, and there it is. It's not screwed in yet, and I haven't put the overlay on, but we'll do that next. Okay, so I have the plastic overlay here, which goes over the controls. Make sure you get those holes lined up correctly. Probably should have cleaned it off. I will do that before I actually screw it down. So anyway, you really could actually test it without putting this in there, but anyway, there that is. And now I guess it's the moment of truth. I haven't screwed it in yet, but before I do that, you might want to double check and make sure that it's working. So let's set this up a little so we can see. And let's fire it up. I'll back it out a little so we can see if it's working again. If we check volume, that's kind of giving us idea how we're doing. So once it reboots, we'll check the volume. We're coming to boot up. Very nervous when you do this. We have trackball. We have volume. Oh, we didn't have volume before. So let's select a game here. Let's go for the old asteroids. All right. It went through. +1 player to continue. All right. All right, so folks, the game works again. I'm so happy. I need to work on my game a little. You know, it's been, what, 40 years since I really played this. I mean, it's down here, but it's back to working, so we're really happy. I know our customers will love it, but we love our Arcade1Up, so if there's anything you ever need us to review for you, audio or video products, please write us a line. We're glad to do that here at Sheehan Entertainment. So, hope we helped you out. If we did, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. Talk to you later. Have a good one. Gotta be careful with those. Classic game, can't beat it. Ooh, what else? Take that, you little bitch. Hey YouTubers, if this helped you figure out your problem, please hit the like button and subscribe below. That's how we're going to grow the channel. Thank you.